All right, hello. This is assignment 6 for the self-care course of massage therapy. Um, my apologies today. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I have quite a nasally nose. But regardless, um, today we're going to be answering some questions, um, and yeah. So, with that being said, first question is, which practices do you feel would be most helpful in your RMT career? What have you learned in this exploration of self care practices? So, for me, I really find just breathing, doing a body scan, during the massage treatment or even at home. For me, I always do it before bed. I find it's just a really nice way to end the day. Um, And another thing I want to say is learning how to control my emotions a little bit better. And as a saying, not adding fuel to the fire, but just stopping it right then and there. Um, and then for the question, what have you learned in this exploration of self care? So I've learned lots of things, um, but mainly a more precise, full way to do a body scan and to actually check in on my inner emotions. Plus, before starting this course, I meditated quite a bit, and just knowing how to meditate in a more purposeful manner, I feel like that is my main takeaways from this course. Moving on to the second question, how much time do you want to dedicate to micro and macro self care? So, this is interesting because I do spend quite a lot of time already on micro and um, macro self care techniques. Um, this is being, mainly motorbiking to and from clinic, school. This is also during the day when, if I'm feeling like I want a piece of candy or a slice of cake or anything like that. Um, I make sure that I get that, but I limit myself in having that too. So it's a very push and pull for me. Um, but since I already perform these techniques quite a lot, I believe I'm just going to keep sticking to what I'm doing, which I do perform these daily. Um, and it's not the whole entire day I perform these, it's just certain segments of time. For me, it's right when I wake up to right when I go to bed. Um, following my meditation and body scans. So, moving on to the next question, what feels sustainable and consistent? So, as I was saying with my motorbike riding, I feel if I if I sustain that and I keep riding my motorbike daily, um, I feel like that is just a huge mental benefit for me. As well as continuing to make sure all my needs are met by performing various activities during the day. So, if I feel like my legs are really cramping up after a clinical shift or after being at school for 8 hours, I'll just go in my yard here and do some very gentle calisthenic exercises. I also have quite a few logs that I've brought from the beach, and so I use those just as very gentle strength strengthening strength conditioning. um, and so yeah, I believe as long as I keep doing those, I should be fine. Moving on, what areas feel most challenging for you to care for? So for me, what the most challenging thing for me is actually my social connections with people. I find just expelling that much energy. Sorry for the ambulance in the background. Um, but basically, just give it a second. So yeah, so for my social connections, um, I find it's hard for me to have enough mental energy to be present with them, and most of the time just stay home or don't hang out with them because of just how I am feeling mentally. And then what gets in the way of consistently taking care of myself? So for me, it would be my sleeping habits. I tend to go to bed quite late and then wake up quite early in the morning. And so over time of that happening, it just really drains you and puts mental fatigue on you. So I really want to work on that a little bit better and just get a solid, 8, 9 hours a night. Especially being in an RMT field, you use your brain quite heavily, to the point where sometimes I forget how much I use my brain. Um, and so just making sure that your brain is nice and rested, well rested, is an important thing. Um, but yeah, so that wraps up all the questions for today. So it was really nice working with you this term, Diane, and um, I wish you the best, and maybe our paths will cross once again. But for now, hope you have a good one, and yeah, I will hopefully see you later. All right, bye.